Okay, this is my 300 subscribers match I have with HumanShoe123, and I sent out something that doesn't exist in America! And I go for the Swords Dance because I have Simple, and it's really an Arceus, but, yeah. So he Stealth Rocks because, like, every single solitary lead as elf that's a suicide lead is like, ugh, why do they even bother carrying that? I mean, it's like, they should just bring a Pokemon that has Stealth Rock, it could take hits, and then just have 5 Pokemon instead, because he goes for the Explosion, thinking it'll kill, and since Arceus is such a beast, it lives. And, like, yeah, Arceus is winning. So, Casper dies, and now it comes out Suicune, and I'm like, okay, you brought out something that's already dead, technically, and whatever. So I go for a Spatial Rend, because, like, I'm stupid. But then again, I was thinking, well, Extreme Speed probably won't kill since it's Suicune and, like, whatever, but I think a +4 Extreme Speed would probably do a good chunk to it anyway. I go for the Extreme Speed to break the sub, and Suicune's very mad that I broke its sub because it was about to bring the water in so it could hide in the sub longer. So it just brings in the surf, and Arceus can't swim, so it drowns. And the Suicune eats its apples that it's holding in its horn next to its hair. So out comes my Garchomp, which is Blissey, and it's from the typo that I made when I was talking to Banana once. And the only other time I've used it was in that Darkrai video where I caught Darkrai, and the video messed up a couple of times. So anyways, I go for a Thunderbolt to see how much it'll do, even though it's like, yeah. And it does a decent amount, I suppose. I mean, it's not like Blissey has the best special attack ever. So I eat some of my leftovers because, like, I can. And he just decides to get all calm because it's not really a Garchomp, and it's just a Blissey, and he can take it out. And I go for a soft-boiled because, like, every single Blissey ever does, or whatever. And he eats some of his leftovers that he stole from me, and he goes for another Calm Mind because he's calm and he can steal stuff. That's why I didn't chew any leftovers last turn. So I go for a Seismic Toss, and he drops some of my leftovers, and I bring him back to me, but he's still got his own leftovers, so he's okay. And I'm like, that's what you get for stealing my leftovers. So he decides to surf me and whatever and try to steal my leftovers again. But luckily, my Garchomp can swim and keeps its leftovers and goes for a Seismic Toss. And it's just like, why don't you die, Suicune? Come on, it's bad enough that you stole my apples. I mean, come on. God, you're such a meanie. So now, the Suicune's about to die because it's Suicune. And he goes for an Ice Beam. And I'm thinking, I wonder if I can live that. And I somehow do, but I go for a Thunderbolt because I'm an idiot. And I probably could have killed him if I just went for a Seismic Toss, but no, I had to be pro and cool and whatnot to go for the Thunderbolt. And I never get any hacks or whatever. So he's like on 11 HP, and I goes up to 22 or something like that, I don't know. And I go for more leftovers because it's the only thing I can do right now. And I probably should have gone for a soft-boiled last turn, but whatever. So I died to a Ice Beam because obviously 4 times a week, even with Blissey's special defense, I'm still going to die. So Suicune's just sitting there going, ah ha ha, I beat you. And I don't know how it's standing on one leg. I mean, come on, that thing's a freaking acrobat. So I go for an Earthquake with my Dugtrio, and I kill the Suicune because Suicune's gay, and Dugtrio isn't. So out comes this high-wired Latios, which I thought was a Electivire when you sent it out. So I go for the Stone Edge, thinking maybe I'll get a crit, but no, that never happens for me. And now, bye-bye Dugtrio, because Dugtrio is just pathetic defenses and whatnot. So, can you dig it? We can dig it! So now out comes out Umbreon, and it's like, Arr! And it goes for a Curse, I think. No, Wish. It wishes, because it wants to be able to get more health back. So I go for a Curse now, and I'm like, you stupid Bronzong. And, so now he goes for a Reflect, because he wants to reflect those bad words at me, but I just get some health back. So I decide to look at it meanly, because I just cursed at it, and it's like, it's cursing at me too. And then it tries to put me to sleep, but I'm like, oh, screw you. So now mine's fast asleep, and I stay in and get exploded on, which is just weird. We're both genderless. So it doesn't even do half. And I eat some of my leftovers somehow while I'm still sleeping, which is weird. So he brings out Spiral Mountain, and I'm like, where's Banjo-Kazooie? Oh wait, I don't have any leftovers. Never mind. And he goes back to his... How do you have a mountain instead of a Pokeball? Oh, whatever. He brings out Skizor now, and Skizor goes for the superpower with Choice Band, and that's obviously going to kill. I should have switched out, but whatever. You know, why does Synchronized work with sleep? So its defense falls and its attack falls, and I wish I had pursuit on something, but no. So I bring out something that's a gift because that makes things gifts because it can wrap them up because it's a Tentacruel, and I go for a knockoff, and he brings out a Choice Specs Latios, and I get rid of its Choice Specs. So now it's not cool anymore because it doesn't have any cool glasses. So now it goes for a Draco Meteor. And it's like, hey, take a look at these meteors I can summon from the sky. And since I'm a girl, I'm like, oh my god, that is cool. I wish I could do that. And then I go for an Ice Beam because, like, I want to cool down the meteors since they're burning hot for coming into the Earth's atmosphere. So I go for the Ice Beam, and it doesn't do anything to this thing hardly. And I have some Black Sludge because, yeah, Qwilfish is a beast like that. And now I go for Rapid Spin to get rid of these rocks that are around me, which are the meteors. And then I eat my Black Sludge because it's just, like, cool like that. And I go for a Knockoff to get rid of this Choice Band, and he goes for a U-turn because I knew that was coming. Let's just say I've battled this team before, somewhat. So he brings back out the Latios, and I go for the ice. No, never mind. I stay out. I go switch out because I thought that this thing could kill him. So he goes for a Thunderbolt, and I'm like, okay, it's going to do a lot since whatever. But he gets a crit, and then he paralyzes me. Thanks a lot. This is why Skymin is better than Skymin. But then again, this isn't really Skymin. It's a Tropius, the original Skymin. Well, second original Skymin, because the original Skymin was actually Jumpluff. Anyway, out comes the Flygon again, and yeah, because I whirlwinded, and it's like, and it goes back into its Pokeball somehow. So the U-turns or whatever, turns into a U and goes back to the Scizor, because like that's what all pro players do. And I go for a Roost because, unlike Jimmy, I don't want to roost, I just go for it anyways because I want to be able to live. And I eat my apple leftover thingies that I hide next to my scarf that I have on. So he U-turns out because he loves turning into you, and he gets a pretty nice chunk on me. And he goes out to this thing, and I go for an Air Slash, and I do a ton to this thing, and I'm like, wow, Flygon sucks. And then it's a crit. And I'm like, that's the only hacks I get this match. Although I don't think I ever get paralyzed as, well, then again, I don't live long enough to get paralyzed. So he goes for a Fire Punch, and I was thinking he's good for something else, but, whatever. He kills me, and I'm like, at this point he's thinking good game, and yeah, it pretty much is good game. He sends out Scizor, I go for Ice Beam, and that does, like, nothing to the Scizor, because Scizor is not weak to it. And now he goes for a Bullet Punch, and I'm like, how does that even work? Do you stick your glove into a gun and shoot it at me or something? So I surf the Scizor because, like, I can jump onto its back and ride waves on it. And I do that again because it's so much fun. And he's not using Bullet Punch this turn. He's going for Superpower for some reason. I don't know why. And he hits me really hard. And it's like, oh my god, you about popped me. But I'm not a Qwilfish, so it doesn't matter. That's why you shouldn't pinch Qwilfish. But then again, this isn't a Qwilfish. So he goes for the Bullet Punch just for what it's worth. And I go for an Ice Beam predicting a switch because I'm an idiot. And, that hits it down to like 1 HP, and I eat some Black Sludge because somehow I don't die from eating Black Sludge because most things probably would, and then I surf the thing to death. It hits a rock while I'm surfing on it, and then Qwilfish is out of a surfboard now, so Qwilfish is sad and just eats some more of his Black Sludge sundae that I got on the beach. So now comes out Spiral Mountain, and I'm thinking, how can I be at the mountains and the beach at the same time? And he's outraged that I didn't get any ice cream for him, so he kills me because of my Black Sludge ice cream. So anyways, good game, HumanShoe. Also, I have some announcements. The next round of the Monoside tournament should be over about, I'm going to go ahead and say the 7th or the 8th. I mean, you've pretty much had a week to get your team ready for the next round, and you know who you're up against, so I think the deadline should be the 8th. I think I'll just be nice and do the 8th, because, yeah. Also, I have school coming up soon, so I don't know if there's going to be a slowdown in videos and whatnot. I don't think there will be. I have 3 days off every week now, at least for school anyway, and I don't know if I'll be getting a job or anything, because I really haven't looked into it yet. But anyways, I thought I'd make another announcement. If you've ever wanted to battle me, this is for you. Okay. I have 2 ways of being able to reach me. I don't like doing PMs and whatnot and scheduling times, so listen to these rules because I'm not going to say them more than once. I'm going to be giving out a public battling account for MSN and Yahoo Messenger, and if you want to add me, go ahead. But one thing that I will not tolerate is people asking me for a battle as soon as I log in or as the first message. I will not tolerate that. If you just message me with battle or want to battle or whatever, I'll block you immediately because I'm not going to take that kind of stuff. I mean, that's like going to somebody who invited you over for a birthday party and then asking them directly for the presents as soon as you walk inside. Yeah, real nice and classy. Anyway, if you want to battle me, then add this account. BattleTGWIS at hotmail.com. BattleTigwis. So, if you want to, add me. If you don't want to, then whatever. And I also have a Zat now, zat.com/Tigwis's chair with no apostrophe because I thought that would mess up the link. So yeah, if you want to reach me, go to one of those places. I'm not going to be on the Zat all the time, and I really don't want to be challenged over Zat, but if you want to, then go ahead.